Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, the question that I will be answering is, what did Solomon mean when he wrote, "I have seen servants on horses, but princes walking on the earth just like servants"? In the day King Solomon wrote this, those who rode horses were typically more noble than those who had to trek. Therefore, drawing from this physical analogy, I think Solomon was describing a period that would arise in human history, where those who formerly took low positions in society would somehow rise up to take power, while those who previously held it would lose power. This switch of power typically occurs when those previously on top are defeated by superior forces, giving room for those at the bottom to take power. Let me use an individual example as it will make this simpler. Once upon a time, Job was a very wealthy man, respected by many in his community. Anytime he spoke, people paid utmost attention. His words were law because of his wealth and influence, according to Job chapter 29 verses 8 to 11 and verses 21 to 25. Reflecting on those times, Job said, "Unto me men gave ear and waited and kept silence at my counsel. After my words they spake not again, and my speech dropped upon them. And they waited for me as for the rain, and they opened their mouth wide as for the latter rain." If you read verses 21 to 23 of Job chapter 29. But when Satan took all his wealth away and made him to become sick, the tides turned. Those who were much poorer than him before no longer respected him. If you read Job chapter 30 verse 1 and verses 9 to 14. Job said, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock." He was considered a pest, an outcast, not desired in society. Those who previously served Job now looked at Job with spite, as a man riding a horse might look down on someone trekking. While Job, formerly a prince among the people, was abased to become wretched and unwanted in his community. As it can happen to individuals, so can it happen to a society as a whole. Isaiah prophesied of a time in Israel's history when the noblemen of society, politicians, the wealthy, royals, and so on, would be worth nothing in society, while those who previously held no power, like women and children, would rise up and take over power. Isaiah said, "They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing." And he added in another place, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths." According to Isaiah chapter 34 verse 12 and chapter 3 verse 12. The glory of Israel was brought down to the ground as a result, much like a prince being kicked off his horse for the servant to ride. Jeremiah lamented, "How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger," according to Lamentations chapter 2 verse 1. However, what Solomon said is also relevant in our own time. We can observe that many previously oppressed groups have gained immense power over the past 100 years, including women groups and marginalized racial groups. On the other hand, political power has largely been downgraded from autocratic to democratic, preventing leaders from implementing nation-changing policies without approval from the people. This is how servants began to climb on horses, while princes are being kicked off their horses and forced to walk on the earth. The book of Revelation described this a bit differently, saying that the nobles of the world would be devoured by scavenger birds, according to Revelation chapter 19 verses 17 to 18. Scavenger birds in scripture were seen as unclean animals because they fed on dead organisms. See Leviticus chapter 11 verses 13 to 19. So they symbolize wicked men who have entered political, social, and religious institutions as a result of their gradual loss of control over men's affairs, according to Revelation chapter 18, verses 2 to 3. And so that's where I'm going to stop on answering that question. What did Solomon mean when he wrote, "I have seen servants on horses, but princes walking on the earth just like servants"? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you click the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.